Good day, my people. I welcome each and every one of us to this broadcast of today being the 18th day of October in the year 2022. Let's go straight into the business of the day. I don't want to take much of your time, neither do I want to take much of my time, for my schedule today is so much occupied because I have a lot of news on my hand. So let's go straight into the news. About Biafra news. If anyone should be afraid of a free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is Hope Uzodinma Ihedioha react to a fake letter in his name. IPOB commends appeal court judges. Health lawyers reminds presidency of his pledge to the Igbo elders to abide by the judiciary's decision on Kanu Nnamdi. We have no hands in the killings of security agencies in Biafra land, the IPOB speaking. We are moving forward, my dear people. Nigeria and the politics of blackmail. This is the news of the old. They still bring it up today because the IPOB news is always brave and short. So without not taking much of our time, let's go deep into the news of how Hope Uzodinma should be afraid of the release of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, says by Ihedioha, former governor of Imo State. Emeka Ihedioha on Sunday tasked security operatives to investigate and unearth those impersonating for devious purposes. That is what he says. Let's move on to know exactly what the problem is and how it affects us, the Biafrans, and also why the name of the leader of the IPOB have to be mentioned in their controversies. He made the rebuttal, what they call it, he made the rebuttal in a statement. He personally signed, stressing that a controversial voice call, now viral, wherein he was said to have issued threats and a letter to the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice, urging him not to release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, were both forged for devious purposes. For me, I know you, Emeka Ihedioha. I know what you can do. You have been the 8th man in the country for almost good 16 to 17 good years without any single project being accomplished in your constituency. You went to what do they call it? You went to Ghana to address the Igbos there. In your speech, you made mention of anyone that does not vote for PDP is a saboteur. In other words, all the Southeasterners have been saboteurs. So I am not surprised if this kind of controversy or this kind of situation will arise, because I know somebody like you will do such a thing, and that is why you messed up when the office of the governor was handed over to you in Imo State. For complete good, only 1 year in office, you owe almost all the whole workers in Imo State. You couldn't pay any single one, diverting all the public funds to yourself. So I am 100% sure that you, Emeka Ihedioha, will make such statement. So let's go ahead. The statement reads: when silence is not golden, since 14 January of 2020, when the Supreme Court of Nigeria supplemented the electoral will of the good people of Imo State by removing me from office, not the goodwill of Imo State, you dealt with them and they by themselves combined. Even people that take you out from your office is never APC. It's your party, PDP, because you messed up. I have maintained a studious silence, refusing to join issues with the malcontents who orchestrated the judicial haste despite all the provocations. It is never a haste, my brother. You use your hand to remove yourself. So use your teeth, your tongue to count your teeth. We know everything. We just keep silent, like we don't know what is happening. I consciously yielded to the maxim that silence is golden. so as not to inflame passion in our dear state. But there comes a time when silence is no longer golden. That time is now. It appears that some people are not satisfied with their stolen mandate. Their stolen mandate, according to you. They want to drag me out by an orchestrated campaign of lies, and those carrying out this campaign of calumny against my person are doing so at the behest of the same man who was imposed on Imo State. Well, I can say he was imposed on Imo State based on his agreement signed with the Fulanis. But I must be honest with you, Emeka Ihedioha. If you believe that your mandate is stolen, recontest for the election. The person you claimed have been imposed on Imo's sons and daughters, his tenure will soon end. That is 4 years. And he is warming up for the second time. So recontest. If your attitude is good, people will vote for you and vote out the imposter in Imo State government house. Just like what happened in Oyo. Yes, it happened in Oyo. The Adeleke, according to them, said he won the election in the first time, but they robbed him. So he recontested the second time, and the people that want him to rule the state stand for him, voted for him, and also defend their votes. That is why he won. So if you are good to your people, recontest this election, stand and let the people you have do good to remember and vote for you, and you will get back your mandate. But you have not been good to your state, neither have you been good to your locality, neither have you been good to your constituency. The road to your place have been dilapidated to the extent that even you yourself, if not for the fact that what you people uses is SUVs, you cannot pass there to your own house. Yet you want to contest for Imo State government house. You cannot work for you. You have been a looter from the day you enter the House of Reps until today. No any federal constituency, federal road have been completed in your constituency. No any federal projects have been awarded in your constituency. Yet you are there on a federal level to represent the people of your own side. You are a disgrace to Mbise. I tell you, you are a disgrace to Mbise. But I understand their dilemma. Having succeeded in their evil plot of removing me from office, they realized that the bigger battle was winning the hearts and minds of people, and that is proving difficult. That they have failed to enter themselves to the good people of Imo State in the last 34 months is why they are now desperate and also becoming dangerous. So dangerous that they are now working with political renegades across party lines, according to you. While in office, Emeka Ihedioha was their nightmare, but they have also realized to their utmost charging that even out of office, I have remained a bigger nemesis. Hence, the in-season campaign of calumny with the sole purpose of damaging my reputation and putting a wedge between me and the Imolites. I'm doing this. There are no off-limits. They have forged documents, concocted voice messages, perjured and maximized the social media in throwing more to see if anyone sticks. They use issues that are very dear to our people in this nefarious project. Two of such devious acts were a purported voice of me making threats and a letter also purportedly written by me to the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, advising him not to honor the appeal court judgment that discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, so as not to impel the 2023 presidential or general elections. It is laughable and preposterous, knowing my background and the predicament, that I will be writing to the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation, asking him to continue to illegally hold on to Nnamdi Kanu, even after a court of competent jurisdiction have discharged him. What benefit will such a letter confer on me or a matter of such public concern? Sensitivity and volatility, how does that make sense to me or to general public? According to Ihedioha, if anyone should be afraid of a free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is Hope Uzodinma. The fact that he and the fellow characters will concoct such a letter shows the level they are prepared to go in order to hang on to the power they acquire through dubious means. While Nigerians are aware that those who can forge polling results for manufactured votes can forge anything, I have decided not to keep silent again in the face of this criminal defamation of my character, because as we inch closer to the 2023 general elections, the evil mechanizations will intensify what they are doing. So he posted the news here. For those of us who want to read what he said, he called them fake. Please, you can visit nigerianews.com or Daily Trust to read the news in full. I brief you on the most important part that you may learn what is happening in Imo State and other parts of the state. I'm not unduly worried, though, because our people know better, but we can no longer allow criminality to reign supreme. I therefore urge the security agencies to investigate those behind this blatant forgery and bring them to justice. Criminality should not be elevated to an act of governance. Imolites deserve better. Yes, I agree with you that Imolites deserve better, as well as they don't deserve somebody like you. I am saying it without no remorse, that you, being Emeka Ihedioha, have been in your constituency. Can you come out and tell us what you have achieved in those 16 years you have been in the House of Reps? Can you tell us, just mention one concrete subject that your own constituency will come out and say, yes, this man have really done well, or no, this man have not done anything? So why can they be proud of you? Why can you be out there saying Imolites of this, Imolites of that, and no one is interested in what you are saying? The gospel and the bottom line remains that Imo is not for somebody like you and Uzodinma. So let's read another news from nigerianews.com according to how we used to do it. He said, IPOB lawyer reveals 4 times the Buhari government misfired against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The special counsel to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Alayo Jimako, has revealed 4 times the Muhammadu Buhari-led administration fumbled on matters related to his client. In a post, and I quote, in his Twitter page on Monday, the lawyer warned the government not to misfire for the 5th time. So let's move ahead. He stated this while sharing a tweet from a former U.S. ambassador to Nigeria, John Campbell, who cautioned the Nigerian government against the far-reaching implications of flouting the appeal court judgment, which discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB leader. The former U.S. envoy stated that Buhari's government misfired by embarking on the extraordinary rendition of Kanu from Kenya in 2021. On his part, and I quote, Ejimako noted that Nigeria should not be set bad precedent as a country of lawlessness by not complying with the order of court of a competent jurisdiction concerning Kanu's release. Revealing 4 instances the federal government fumbled, he said, Nigeria's disobedience of a 2018 decision of a continental tribunal on Kanu was the first mishandling. That is what Ejimako is saying. And I am not surprised that the Nigerian nation will fumble for the 5th time, because this has been the order of the day in the country, whereby rule of law have not been respected in any form, and impunity have been the order of the day, whereby those who are meant to be behind bars for the rest of their life received national honors, while those who are fighting for just cause have been behind the bars. suffering for sins they did not commit. Who do us Nigeria? That is the question that keep hanging on the air, and I have not received any good answers till date. Who do us this Nigeria? Let's move forward. The extraordinary rendition was the second. Putting Kanu on trial was the third. Disobeying the United Nations was the fourth. And the likelihood of disobeying the judgment of the Court of Appeal will be the fifth. Ejimako called on Nigerians of means and influence and the international community to intervene in persuading President Muhammadu Buhari to promptly comply with the court order, which discharged Kanu from all the criminal charges pending against him. He also recalled that Buhari had on 2 occasions promised to obey any court order that bears on the release of Kanu, adding that a promise of this sort is a debt. That is what Kanu promised the elders of Igbo land, that he will do no any against or stand against the court ruling if the need arises, that he will abide by the rules and regulations of the court. So, my great people of Biafra land, the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind, that is the news I have for us concerning the Biafra, or concerning what is happening, or concerning what the federal government is doing to our people. So, I will stop the broadcast here, hoping for a new message that I will pass on to my people as time goes on. We are still early in the morning. Before the day dark, I must have other news that I will present to my people so that they will be updated on the current situations of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, like and share my content. Do not forget, invite your family and friends so that they may be among this moving train that is moving in the right direction. Until I come your way again, I still remain the one and only Okute Daily Talk. Bye for now.